Let's talk about something other than what's going on in the world right now, and I guess the problems that are going on in the world. Because the way I see it, as much problems and lies and deception that are being exposed, there's also as many opportunities for creators, for all of us. And that's why I created the One Life Guide, is to help people, including myself. I've been using this guide for about a year. The systems and tools. It's not a guide; it's a system, is what it is. I've been using the system for about a year in my own life, and I want to talk about why I created it in this live stream. It's brand new. I just introduced it the other day. You can learn more at thisismyonelife.com. And there's about an hour-long video there and all of the features and benefits of the system there on the website and on that page. And I want to talk about why I created it. So let's start at the beginning. All of us came into this world to do something. We're all unique and different and have different strengths and aptitudes and qualities and characteristics that it's like DNA. It's like a DNA, it's like a fingerprint on the world. And I believed this for a long time, that we're all meant to do something here in the world, right? We're meant to do something to make the world a better place because of of the way we create in the world, right? You can go down the list, and this is one of the features of One Life, is that I highly encourage people to keep a list of other creators in the world that inspire them, right? Um, all people, all human beings are creators, right? And all human beings have something within them that they want to create. And I really follow the Justine Musk idea of making idea babies. You know, you marry two ideas together and they make an idea baby that is unique and different. Let's talk about some of the people that I'm inspired by. I'm inspired by Keanu Reeves. You know, we know Keanu Reeves as an actor. We know him as a kind of a philanthropist person. That's inspiring. But really, what is most inspiring to me about Keanu Reeves is his ARC motorcycle brand. He has a love and a passion for motorcycles. And so he and this partner, I don't know the gentleman's name, but they created ARC motorcycles. And they're totally unique motorcycles, right? Like super high quality, super well designed, almost bespoke, if you could call it that. That's his idea baby, right? He loves writing. He clearly has a passion for design. I mean, how could you not? And he creates this awesome motorcycle. Him and this other gentleman create this awesome motorcycle. What's another one of my favorite idea people? You know, Chuck Norris. He took his passion for health and wellness and made the Total Gym. The Rock has them. Kevin Hart has them. Who else? Ellen DeGeneres. Now, I realize some of these people, you may have certain feelings about them. I get it. I get it. But from a creator standpoint, we want to look at what people are creating. I have those feelings too, by the way. Sometimes I am sketched out about people that are too much in the limelight, and I've talked about that on my channel before, and how I feel about celebrities influencing people to do things they wouldn't normally do. But suspend that for a moment. They're still creators, right? And you're creating something to be beneficial to the world. Kevin Hart has his Fabletics, right? His nutrition supplement line, his alcohol line. And incidentally, I am not a fan of people creating alcohol, because alcohol is poison to the body and the mind and isn't healthy for the human experience, but it's still a creation of theirs. And I still put it into their, portfolio of what they've created to be inspired. The Rock partners with Under Armour. Papa Tui, his new skincare line. What's the other thing that he's got there? $7 Production. See, there's one more thing that I'm missing. Well, he has his own line, Terramana alcohol. Again, let's not get into the fact that all these celebrities are creating alcohol lines. But my point is this: One Life is about giving you a system and a way of thinking being and doing things that help you create the things that you came here to create. God, I believe, put creations in the hearts of all human beings, and it's our job here to come into the world and say, what did I come here to create? What did I come here to create? What did you come here to create? That's why I created One Life, to help me create the things that God put in my heart. Because here's the thing: when you create the things that God put there, it could be argued that some things in the world were not put there by God, right? I don't think that, well, I certainly don't think alcohol was put there by God. It doesn't, and I used to drink it a lot as a younger man, but I don't drink it anymore, much if ever, because it clouds my judgment. It impedes my energy level. All these things, that doesn't help me or facilitate being a creator on earth at this point in time. But so you could create from a negative, like unlife supporting way, or you could create from a positive life supporting way. It's totally up to you. This is the challenge that we all enter into as human beings. Are you going to feed the negative, or are you going to feed the positive, right? The two wolves. Are you going to feed the bad wolf or the good wolf, right? In this battle of good and evil that is happening in our world. I want to feed the good wolf / God wolf so that I can be a good steward of God's resources, right? And some of it is just common sense and science. That's what it is. So you can feed whatever you want to feed, but I created this to help creators. My product and apparel line, Focus and Flow, is products and apparel for conscious creators. It is reminders that when what you focus on expand, and what you think about, you bring about. That's what One Life is. We all have something inside of us, and I believe the world is better off when people create the thing that's in their heart, right? Creating the blueprint and the way that God created us to create. Again, you can learn more at thisismyonelife.com. It's a system, it's a guide, it's a collection of resources that I've gathered on my journey, PDFs, audios, videos. There's a private library. There's access to a private Facebook. There's access to a private digital download folder. Because all this stuff that I've been using to create I'm sharing with you, and all of the systems and processes and tools and techniques that I've used and want to use, I put in this system. I mean, there's a common idea in the world, and it says to create the product that you want to see in the world. And this is One Life is the product that I want to see in the world, right? It's the product that I want to have. I'm super passionate about it. Like I said, again, you can learn more at thisismyonelife.com, and you can check out all the features and benefits. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Limited time only. I don't know how long this is going to last. You and I on a recorded Zoom call for 2 hours, and I'll share with you all of the tools and processes, and specifically we'll focus on, if this is something you choose to, it's your time. You get to use it however you want. We can tailor it to what your specific needs are. Some people, everyone's in a different space, but you could choose to, tailor it to how to find your purpose and or your mission in life. There is like 41 different ways that are available in that section that I will be making free when you subscribe to my email list at gmarkphillips.com. But there's like 41 different questions to help you arrive at understanding what your purpose is. Because a lot of times I meet people in the world and they're not doing what they want to do. And they say this: I want to do something different, but I don't know what that is. Or I want to do something online, but I don't know what that is. I'll help you figure that out, because I'm on that same path as well. I used the same questions for finding my purpose as are in that. And I use those questions all the time. It's formatted. This is the new format. Originally, it was just information organized by alphabetical order as far as like, what is your ikigai? What is your reason for being? And then there's the four aspects of the ikigai. What do you love to do? What are you good at? What can you be paid for? And what does the world need? That's one of the 41 ways. Another one of my favorites, and I'll be talking about this in a live stream coming up on inside of the guide, inside of the community, talking about talents, the talents that talents that God gave you, right? What are those talents? That's what you want to be using in order to maximize your value in the world and therefore, maximize your return. But I use those questions every time I'm at a crossroads in my business or my life or types of content creator products to create. And I go through those questions because there's two ways you're going to use the purpose finder. I call it purpose finder or the purpose guide. One, to understand your overarching purpose in general in life. That's the first way. But then the reality is, because life is the playing field of life is continually moving and there are continually things coming in and it's always kind of shifting. And as you take a step here, the playing field rearranges itself and could give you three other opportunities that are available to you. You want to make sure that every step you take in life, every project you embark upon in your journey of life, again, in business or life, is in alignment with your purpose. Because one of the primary reasons I created One Life for me and offer it to you is this. Life is no joke. You can easily get off in the weeds, and you can sometimes stay off in the weeds for a whole lifetime if you're not careful. You don't want to be distracted or be putting your time, energy, and money into projects, again, business or personal, that are not in alignment with your mission that you came here to live in life. That's it right there. You don't want to die with your music still inside of you. You don't want to get to the end of your life and have regrets that you didn't do that one thing that you came here to do, that one thing that God made you to do on this planet. You don't want to die going, well, I didn't have the courage. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the time. I didn't have the money. You don't want to have that excuse on your deathbed. That's a horrible situation to be in. And many have regrets. You've heard of the 5 regrets of the dying. I'm going to see if I can remember some of them. I know one of them is that people didn't have the courage to live the life that they wanted to live, do the things they wanted to do. That's maybe the only one I can remember because I feel it's the most important. I should know these. 5 regrets of the dying. That's the main one. I think another one was they wish they wouldn't have worked so hard. I look at that in 2 ways. There is that, you don't want to work. You don't want to have an unbalanced life. But what I find is that when you're doing your ikigai, your reason for being, or your talent that God gave you, it's not even work. Like, this doesn't seem like work to me. It doesn't. Writing up this guide and doing the research, putting all the different tools together, making the cover, setting it up, that's not work to me. That's play, because I'm designed in that way. It comes natural to me, right? That's another one of the insights in the purpose guide is what comes natural to you. What are you gifted at? What comes natural to you that is difficult to someone else? It's an insight to what you should be doing with your life, what you could be doing with your life to maximize joy, to maximize value that you're creating, and then hence the value that you're receiving. But when you are doing your reason for being and your talent and your gift, it's not work. Yeah, it's going to take time, money, and energy, and it's not going to be, you're still going to have challenges. But you're on the path, and you're playing in the arena that God made you to play in, right? That's what I want people to do when they use this system. Is I want people to play in the arena that God made them to play in. One of the other resources that is available up in the cloud-based folder, again, a private digital download folder with all of these resources, like a private library, quite frankly, is Steven Pressfield's The Artist's Life. It's like a half a page essay. It's in the back of the War of Art book. And that essay says this. It says, if you don't do what you came here to do, your gift, your thing that you are best at, not only are you going to lose out because you don't get to experience the joy of doing that thing, but all of humanity loses out. And Stephen Pressfield says the angels that watch over you lose out, right? God wants us to do our thing in the world. God made us to do our thing in the world. If you don't do your thing, you're going to let yourself down, and you're going to let humanity down, and you let God down. Why would you not want to? Why would you come onto planet Earth and not do the thing that God created you to do? I believe, and this is another reason why I created the One Life Guide, especially now. All these things converge in this, in a time and place, and you feel like, oh, this is meant to come through me at this point in time. There's a lot of darkness in the world. There's a lot of the devil and his agents distracting people in the world. There's a lot of hijacking of attention in the world. Look over here. Look over here. Look anywhere. The devil and his agents want you to look anywhere but right in here. Why is that? Because when you're looking right in here, where God is, you are useless to them. Not only are you useless to them, but you're actually a detriment to them. Like, you're going to pull people, because people are going to look at you and go, hey, why aren't you acting like the rest of these people? Well, I'm not acting like them because I'm on a different mission. I'm not on a mission to be distracted for my whole life and live in fear and doubt and discouragement and disillusionment and distraction and feed into the beast system. I didn't come here to do that, and neither did you. You were created by God, and you came here with a plan. You came here with a blueprint of how you could live your life that will bring you the most excitement, the most joy, the most fulfillment, the most meaning, the most satisfaction, the most prosperity, the most abundance, the fullest, richest experience you could ever imagine, because you didn't create it. God created it and said, here, this is available for you if you find the courage and discipline and focus and commitment and drive to do it. And did I mention courage and focus? Two of the most primary attributes that any creator could have: courage and focus. Because the whole world is designed to distract you from the mission that you came here to do, that many people don't know about. That's what One Life is about, helping you discover your mission, your purpose. Now let's talk about this for a moment. Every month, there is a separate Zoom hang, live Q&A, live Ask Me Anything, live open discussion about a specific topic related to One Life. The first one at the end of September, probably the third Thursday, end of September, and then the third Thursday every month thereafter, is talking about, and I don't have it in front of me. I do not have it in front of me. It's John Bullis' little book called How to Find Your Mission in Life. I find it to be incredibly valuable. I'm going to read the 3 steps for finding your mission, and then we're going to have a discussion about it, and we can talk about that, and we can also talk about the purpose guide, right? Those 41-ish ways for the purpose in the purpose guide. I'm super excited about it because, again, when I talk to people, they're like, well, I don't really like what I'm doing. I want to do something different. Right. And yeah, we all want to be doing our thing in the world. We want to be doing our ikigai in the world. We don't want to be working for the beast system. That is not a good scene. That's not a good scene. Incidentally, you can work in the world in various capacities, and your mindset can make you be working for God. There are good people working inside of the beast system, but they're not, funneling money and resources to the beast system. They're actually helping doing God's work. Right. So I'm super excited about that. In October, the next live series will be ideas, and that's ideas with $3 at the end. And we'll talk more about that inside that live stream, why I chose to put ideas with $signs at the end, To give you a little hint, it has something to do with what Buckminster Fuller talked about. And Buckminster Fuller said, real wealth is ideas plus energy. Real wealth is ideas plus energy. And those ideas, again, that God put inside of us, when we're harvesting the correct idea, and when we're in alignment with who we are and who God created us to be and what our strengths are, and we're playing our strengths, we're playing a strategy in the game of life where you play your strengths. I'm sure I've watched mixed martial arts. Well, what happens in mixed martial arts? Different fighters have different strengths. Some have a good ground game, some are strikers. The ones that have a good ground game are going to play that ground game. They're going to play their strengths. And in the game of life, when we show up, we all have to play our strengths because that's our best opportunity to win. It's all about winning, right? And you're winning when you're doing the thing. Let's do the whole thing. You're winning when you're being the person God created you to be. And you're winning when you're doing the things God created you to do. That's when you're winning, right? The formula for one life could be as simple as, and is as simple as, be you and do you, and you will have an extraordinary life, right? But what happens in the world? Well, the world wants to make everyone conform. The world wants to homogenize, right? They don't want individuals. Governments and society, they don't want individuals because individuals are ungovernable, right? You cannot govern a free, sovereign, individual person. They don't listen to you. They're listening to God. They're marching to the beat of a different drummer, right? The education system and media and music and all of the creations, if they come from a beast mindset standpoint, they're designed to homogenize a person and or hijack their attention and program them. That's why I rarely listen to those things anymore. As I wake up to what has been going on in the world, and as many people wake up, they're like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to those things anymore. They don't serve me. They don't help me serve humanity. Individuals are where it's at. You want to be an individual, right? You want to be different. The only way you're going to stand out is by being your unique, authentic self, right? And doing the things that you are inspired by God to do from within. That's the only way you're going to win. And that's another reason why the timing for this, everything converges at the right time and place. And I feel the timing is necessary. It's needed right now because there's a lot of darkness in the world. We could be potentially on the, precipice of WW3. Are you kidding me? Like, what? We got to go down these roads again. The war machine is going to keep on moving forward. Well, I think it's time for people to shine their light. I mean, it's past time for people to shine their light. It's time for people to wake up and shine in a way that they've never shined before. And that's what One Life is about, helping you get the clarity and the focus and the systems and processes and checklists to get that done. One of the biggest reasons why I created One Life is this. There's so much we could be doing in life. There's so many distractions. There's so many areas we could give our attention to or things we give our attention to. Not everything is worthy of our attention. Not everything is worthy of our attention. In the strategies and tactics area of One Life, again, to help you win the game of life, feel more satisfaction, joy, have more fun, create more lucrative business opportunities for yourselves, is this idea of strategies, like how you're going to do something. Well, one way to make a big impact in life is to drop the balls that are distracting you. Drop the balls. I get this from Tiffany Dufu. She wrote a book called Drop the Balls. You can't do it all. You cannot do it all. You don't want to be you don't want to be a jack of all trades, master of none in the game of life. You want to specialize in something because there's millions of jack of all trades, masters of none in life. You don't want to be that. That's going to be a horrible experience. You want to focus on your one thing, right? That's why the title is One Life, and in the One Life, one of the reminders that I offer people is what happened in City Slickers. Curly said to, what was his character? I forget the name of the character, but Billy Crystal's character. The secret of life is do your one thing. What is your one thing? That's the whole secret of life. And this thing God put inside of you that you should be focusing on, to have the most fun, lucrative, rewarding, satisfying, joyful, blissful, meaningful experience in life. And I get a lot of that equation where I add all those words into from Joe Polish's. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. From Joe Polish's acronym, easy, lucrative, and fun. He talks about people creating an ELF business. And I think about this all the time. ELF is easy, lucrative, and fun. That's the intention that we want to have, right? I add a whole bunch of other things to it because you know me, I've always got to take what someone else did and make it more meaningful to me. So in addition to easy, lucrative, and fun, I'm adding meaningful, and then I add those into the the acronym is ELF business, but you could add on things ELF MJBS, easy, lucrative, and fun, meaningful, joyful, blissful, satisfying, all those things that we want from the human experience. And then we do things that help us get there, right? That's why sometimes when it seems like it's too hard, if things are too hard for me, I'll tell you a little story. It just recently happened to me. If things are too hard that you're doing or seem too hard, seem cumbersome, just trim off what's hard and get to the core asset. And I'll give this an example of this. So I'm a solo person. I'm a solopreneur. Like maybe you're a solopreneur. And creating video content as a solopreneur, it takes a lot of time. And especially if you record the video on a device and put it into software to edit it, and then the more you edit in there, right, slice it up, add music, et cetera, the more time consuming it takes. And of course, if you've got X number of hours in the day, you don't want to burn a bunch of time getting all fancy. I'm a big fan of get the message out. The message is much more powerful and much more important than the editing or the music, even though those things can be nice. So I recently stopped doing editing on my laptop for like 90%, 80% of my videos. I still do that for interviews. I still do that for other things, but 80% of my videos all on cell phone, 100% on cell phone, using an editing app on there. And it was difficult for me because I'm a creator like you're a creator, and I want my creations to look a certain way. But I asked myself, Mark, is this easy, lucrative, and fun? Right? It's time consuming to take it off your phone and put it on the laptop. So I recently stopped doing that for, like I said, for 80% of my videos, and they're all with my device uploaded right to the cloud. Right. And it's a cell phone uploaded right to the cloud, again, with an app on there if I need to trim it a little bit. But I don't trim the videos, because the reason I don't trim and do a lot of editing, you've probably seen videos that are like those little slices in the middle of it. That would drive me crazy, because I don't find it enjoyable to sit in front of a laptop and stare at a screen and edit videos like that. I have done that. I don't do that anymore, because as I move forward, I want it to be very streamlined, right? I want to be very, very focused with what my reason for being is, right? What the main thing that lights me up. The main thing that lights me up is talking about these ideas, and or talking about situations in the world and sharing knowledge and information. That's why what I do, I call it infotainment, right? I want to inform myself, and at the same time inform you, my audience. So that's what I enjoy doing. And so I'm trimming off as I move forward. It's a continual process. It's a constant process, right? You prune areas of your life that aren't serving you, that don't help with that formula. And then you eventually arrive to a very streamlined business model or life model you know? But so that's the little example of that. Let me give you some other details about One Life. Again, you can learn more at thisismyonelife.com. It's a life planning tool. It's a knowledge management system based on the Zettelkasten method. Again, I've been using this myself. And to that point, it is both digital and analog. As a creator and as a background in art and architecture, I love pen to paper. I love physical journals. Maybe you love physical journals as well. I love physical journals, and the act of writing and creating on paper is the most. It's the most. I find it to be super enjoyable because there's nothing between you and the computer or you and the paper. There's no computer interface. So it's a knowledge management / information management system using the Zettelkasten system, and all of the information is oriented toward an action that you want to be taking in one of the 8 areas of your life in the One Life system, because it's not just about putting information in there and going, that's good. It's all about how you're going to use it, right? As a creator, how are you going to use that information to create a valuable product or service or experience that is fulfilling to you, becomes a win to you, but also becomes a win to the person you're providing it for? That's one of the overarching ideas of One Life, is to help people find the ideas that God put inside of them and mine those ideas, the raw ideas, turn them into viable products and services, because right now the world needs God-inspired ideas. Vitally important that the world needs God-inspired ideas to help people be healthier, wealthier, and more successful. That's a little bit about One Life, and that's why I created it. But to sum up, I created One Life because I needed this system, and I wanted this system, and I felt it would be beneficial to other human beings. It keeps me focused. It makes it so that I don't have to keep all the information in my brain, right? It gives me systems and processes and checklists that every day I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. And every morning and evening routine, I know exactly what I need to do in order to stay on my game. And I'll close with this. It is based on gamification. That's what I knew I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be fun. My top 3 core values in life are fun, freedom, and full self-expression. And so I knew One Life had to be fun. I want to have fun. I want to play the game of life and win the game of life. Where do I have it? I almost called this system the game, how to play the game of life and how to win it, based on Florence Scovel Shinn's book called The Game of Life. But at the end, One Life resonated more, and it is based on a game, and the only person we're competing against is ourselves, right? Like at the end of the day, did you win by staying focused and disciplined and determined, and you doing the things that you're unaligned, or did you lose by getting distracted, by getting discouraged, by getting disillusioned, or have filled your head with doubt? And the good thing about it is, if you lost one day, you get a fresh day the next day, right? And again, there are systems and processes inside of One Life that help you track those wins, because you want to feel good. The better you feel about your life, the better you're going to play the game of life, right? And again, if you've been losing, dude, I've had losing streaks for weeks, maybe months, maybe years, but there's always another day. I like that quote. Every day is a new life to a wise man. I forget who said it. We'll add woman on the end of there too, because it's women and men. There it is. There's One Life. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Check it out at thisismyonelife.com. I'm planning on doing more live streams to talk about the system, to talk about what's going on. Again, recap. Lifetime access to all updates. If you followed me for any length of time, you know that I'm always updating the PDF downloads. The Great Awakening Guide at Great Awakening Guide is on version number 4 currently. One Life is currently version number 1, but version number 2 changes and improvements are in the works and probably will be coming around sooner than later. So you get access to lifetime app updates, all for the one price, one-time payment, lifetime updates. Again, because I create the product I want. I don't want a monthly payment recurring thing. I want a one-time payment. You get access to all this stuff, all the updates, private Facebook community, private Facebook group, private video library with a collection of inspiring videos, but more so than inspiring, information packed videos, again, that relate to these tools, and also a private digital download where I put a bunch of PDFs up into cloud that you have access to. What else? Focus and Flow wristbands, 2 whites, 2 blacks. You can learn more about what Focus and Flow is at focusandflow.co. That's my product and apparel line. I don't have any actually I do have some right here. So you get two whites right here. They say Focus and Flow on them. Let me show you what this looks like here. This is it right there. Focus and Flow, 2 whites, 2 blacks, silicone wristbands to remind you that you're a creator. You could either create consciously or you could create unconsciously. Better experience in life if you're creating consciously. So 2 wristbands, mini posters coming, little mini 4x6 posters coming about the Focus and Flow bands aspect. There's more on the website at thisismyonelife.com, but that's the heart and soul of it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up and I will talk to you in the next one. Until that time, all the best, health, wealth, and success. Thanks so much. Have an awesome day.